twisted by the dark side young Skywalker has become.
Hayden is very good at doing the dark side, and he always has been. I chose an actor who has that presence of the dark side to work with, as opposed to somebody who's very lighthearted and funny, and trying to get him to have an undercurrent of dark side all the time.
Sounds an awful lot like a dictatorship to me.
Well, if it works.
The transition into the dark side was a lot of fun for me because it was where I was wanting to go from the very get-go. And I wasn't really sure at the time why I was being asked to pull back, but now I understand it's because it has to take place at very specific points in this film.
There's always this good in you at this point. The good part is saying, what am I doing? And the bad part is saying, I'm doing this for Padme, I'm doing this for us, and it'll be better for the universe, it'll be better for everybody. But there's always this little part in you is saying, what am I doing?
Where we left him in episode 2, he was consumed by conflicting emotions. His love for Padme, a lust for power, which was really magnified by his mother's death, and a fear, which is important, a fear that such an occurrence could happen again. As a very wise man once said, fear
is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
And that, more or less, is the nature of Anakin's descent to the dark side.
The climax is episode 3, where he actually does turn into Darth Vader. He actually becomes the evil he has been trying to fight. And it's a fun story to tell, because it is the story of how a good person turns bad. He's grown in this whole war, but he's kind of grown kind of in the wrong direction. He kind of likes killing everybody, so it's, he's become very un-Jedi-like. When I was talking to Hayden, the first thing that came up is the fact that I've been asking him to bulk up and the character get to where he is in episode 4. I need him to start working out.
He came 8 weeks before. We took care mostly of cardiovascular, so he'd be in here 4 hours a day sword fighting. He'd then spend 2 hours a day in the gym.
A lot of time spent, under a bench press and with Nick holding a lightsaber, having too much fun.
Good.
It might not be a bad idea to just stop from a static place and just do the...
If you want it wouldn't be a bad idea.
Just so you can get it even more precise.
I think we've been really lucky with Hayden. When he started on Attack of the Clones, it could have been any young actor on Earth that was going to play that part. And now, 3 or 4 years on, boy, am I glad it was Hayden.
It's just a hell of a lot of fun. You're learning where your feet go and how your body's meant to move and where your lightsaber connects with your opponent. Trying to absorb all the information that's being thrown at you while retaining everything that you learned the day before and the day before that and the day before that, and to piece it all together so that the fighting moves become a sort of linear continuum. That's some of the most fun I can remember having in recent memory, was just being there with Nick and you and bashing it out.
That was good. Yeah. That's good.
You just couldn't get anyone better. I think he's the best sword fighter, actor or stuntman or sword fighter. He's the best I've ever seen. I think he's one of the most amazing actors of his generation, and I think we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of him.
I'm overwhelmed. But the council elects its own members.
It's always exciting for an older actor to work with a younger actor who has great talent. But I didn't know it would be quite as exciting as it's turned out to be. I mean, we just, on certain scenes, we thought we were really, really cooking.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
You are on this council, but we do not grant you the rank of master.
What?
There's a very interesting look sometimes that he has that Jake used to have, but he would always look and be like, wow, that is so cool. And then the look of, what does that have to do with me? And as his eyes changed, there was this thing that happened in his forehead that was like so interesting as I was watching him. It was a very good moment for him.
It's been an amazing process watching Hayden play this character and approach this character. He's an incredibly soulful, deep-reaching actor.
And cut. Great.
Can we do it one more time, though?
One more time?
Please.
All right. That was very good, though. Very good.
I adore Hayden to death. I mean, there's just absolutely nothing that he won't do. He is one of the hardest working actors. He's always there. There's no subtext to him at all. I mean, anything bothering him, he comes straight up and tells you, and then you can just deal with it.
The Chancellor.
No, Count Dooku.
What I've enjoyed specifically is that we've created a relationship on screen that mirrors our relationship off screen, and that we both get on terribly well. But we've made an incredible bond and a real friendship there, so that there is something important that's lost.
Having Hayden finally make it into the suit completes the circle of the movie, so that's satisfying.
There is that mystery there. He is a man behind a mask, and up until now we didn't know who that man was. This was sort of the moment that I've been waiting for, getting to make that final transition and don the dark helmet and put the whole costume on. And so that was very exciting for me. You know, I all of a sudden felt very connected to, you know, this character that's been so prominently embedded in popular culture that Darth, as much as it is mine, it's not really. But, you know, I can pretend.